What's up? And welcome back to the channel on 4K Friday for another 4K Blu-ray review. We're knocking these things out like crazy nowadays. Today's movie, literally, it bankrupted a studio. That would be the 1995 pirate flick, Cutthroat Island. And the studio was Carolco. I guess this film cost almost $100 million to make, which was a lot back then, and it only grossed around $10 million at the box office, so it was a huge loss. I remember when this happened. I was only 17 at the time, but it was a major story. It's a shame because Carolco created some great movies in the 80s and 90s, such as Rambo, Terminator, Total Recall, and some others. Such a shame. So my Walmart received this 4K Steelbook in, and since I never saw the movie, I was like, what the hell, why not just get it and check it out? I mean, it's a really cool looking Steelbook. Let's take a closer look. Got a nice protective cover. See-through. And there's also some information on the back. Usually the Steelbooks don't have any information with regards to the movie. So, I mean, that's kind of nice. On the back, Look at the skeleton hanging. Pirate skull. Inside. 4K disc, Blu-ray disc. Morgan Adams. That's Gina Davis's character. Wanted, dead or alive. A bounty of 100 pounds. That's so much money. It's pretty cool. These colors are really awesome looking. Lionsgate. They did a fabulous job with this release. I don't even know why they released this movie since it was such a bomb, but it looks good. It does look good, and I'm glad I got it. After watching this, I can see why it failed back in the 90s. I mean, nowadays you could call this a poor man's or poor woman's Pirates of the Caribbean, since it's led by the one and only Gina Davis. But, I mean, it is kind of mid. It does have some really cool action sequences, especially in the high seas. I mean, Rennie Harlin, the director, he's always known for over-the-top action sequences. I mean, Die Hard 2, Deep Blue Sea, it's one of my favorites. Love Deep Blue Sea. But there wasn't really a lot of big-name stars in this. I guess Michael Douglas was supposed to be in it, but he dropped out. I mean, other than that, you have, Matthew Modine, who's, Full Metal Jacket. One thing that I noticed, that Gina Davis's character, Morgan Adams, she was kind of overpowered and a girl boss. I mean, she could do no wrong. She was beating the hell out of multiple guys and not even breaking a sweat. Nowadays, if that happened on the screen, people would freak out and say it was uber woke, but I guess back in the 90s, whatever. It is what it is. I mean, it didn't really bother me. It was just something that I noticed. I mean, she was leading the pack and kicking butt. After her father dies, Morgan Adams cuts off her father's scalp that has 1/3 of a map to some buried treasure in Cutthroat Island. She then teams up with William Shaw, played by Matthew Modine, to help locate the other two pieces and fend off the Royal Navy and her dad's old nemesis, Dog, played by Frank Angela. She takes control of her father's ship and leads the fellow pirates as they search for the riches. This 239:1 image, which surprisingly wasn't in Dolby Vision, is stunning. This is one of the best discs I have ever seen. The colors popped and sizzled, especially the greens of the forest, the blues of the seas, and the sky. It was very jaw-dropping at times that a movie like this got so much love with the restoration. The blacks were pretty good too, though most of the movie was shot in the day. The shadow detail in those day scenes were top-notch. The audio was presented in DTS 5.1 HD. It's very bombastic and makes excellent use of all speakers. The score in the background playing at full volume while the cannons are being fired sounded terrific. The chase scenes also sounded very well. Excellent sound encoded disc here. There are a ton of special features here, all on the Blu-ray disc, except for the commentary track with Rennie Harlin, which you can also listen to on the 4K disc. There are several documentaries totaling over 2 hours of content, such as the making of, how they created the set pieces, the editing process, the film's score, John Debney, a short film by Matthew Modine, and then some legacy documentaries and interviews. A lot of stuff for a movie that was a critical bomb. It's up to you if you want to buy this or not. It looks really cool, but the movie's just okay. It's just mid. I don't think it's as bad as the Aurora. if that's a word, surrounding this film since the mid 90s. I'm not mad that I bought it. It's a really cool looking Steelbook, and it looks and sounds great. 7 out of 10. Well, that's today's review. Come back again on 4K Friday for another 4K Blu-ray review. We're out of here.
Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share, bruh.